guys, welcome back to my channel, and for those of you that are new, I'm glad to have you here today. Since we've been staying at home, there's been a lot of time to do stuff, and so I decided why not be crafty. So I've tried painting and that hasn't worked out the best. So I decided to move on to something that I'm pretty good at, and that's making garlands. And the garlands created using strip fabric. That sounds weird, but it's actually really cute if you're into that farmhouse look. So guys, let's just get started and let me show you what we need to create these garlands. In fact, you might actually have a lot of this at home already, and it's just really easy. So let's go ahead and begin.
The first item you're going to need is your fabric. You can buy fabric at the fabric store by the yard. You could buy scraps. You could use cloth napkins. And here I happen to find this bandana at Target's Dollar Spot, otherwise known as their Bullseye's Playground. And it measures 20.86 inches by 20.86 inches. Comes in a 1 count. And I just thought, since I'm doing a 4th of July theme, that this would be really cute just because it has red, white, and blue. The DPCI is 234220350 and it costs $1. Now Target always has tons of cloth napkins and bandanas, so just be on the lookout if you're ever interested, and a lot of times they'll have many different themes. Since I'm going for a 4th of July theme, I decided to go ahead and get my fabrics all in red, white, and blue. And as you can see, they don't match exactly, but I feel like they coordinate really well. And because of the different colors and looks, I feel like it'll add interest to the garland and just make it look that much cuter. All right, let's move on to our next step.
For the next step, I like to take my fabric, or if you're using a bandana or a napkin, go ahead, open it up, and then cut off all of the rolled edges of the hem right there. Okay, so cut those pieces off. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that right now. Size-wise, if you're using bandanas or napkins, just go exactly with whatever size you have already. Makes life easier. But then you have to look at it and think to yourself, do I want my garland to hang that low? Do you want the fabric strips to hang that low? If so, then leave it as is. If you don't like how long it is, then definitely cut them off, or cut them shorter, I mean. Okay, and if you have regular fabric, then you just cut them to size however you want. It really doesn't matter. Like, you can have longer strips, you can have shorter ones. The longer they are, the more they hang down straight. If they're really short, they'll just be really poofy. It's all a matter of preference. It doesn't really matter. Just whatever you want, go for it. So I cut off 2 edges, and I'm doing 3rd and then 4th. And yeah, I'm just using a basic scissors. The one I'm using is from Fiskars. It's really nice and sharp. I like it. Actually, no. The scissors I'm using is from KitchenAid, and it's so cute. It has hot pink on the handles. I think it's so cute. Oops, am I using it wrong? I probably was, but oh well. So just go ahead and cut off all the edges like this. If you have one of those rotary cutters, it's like a pizza cutter, then it'll be easier for you. If not, just keep cutting. Okay, now we get to the easy part. I think I'm going to make my banner hang long, so I'm just gonna leave it as is. Now for cutting the fabric into strips. You can use a rotary cutter just to cut straight down, or you could use your scissors and cut all the way down. But I have this trick I like to use. And by the way, you can make it as wide as you want. Some people go 1 inch, some go 2. I'm gonna go about 1.5 inches, which is about there. And what I'm gonna do
really interestingly enough, is just cut it like this. I'm making my marks, and since this has a checkerboard, I don't have to measure it. Or actually, you know, just eyeball it, guys. You know, why make life hard? Just make it easy. So I'm doing about 1.5 blocks of each, in case you're wondering. And that's easy to tell just because it's already got its print. And perfect. Okay, so now, in order to cut these, you see how I have those little, okay. Now you see how I have those little cuts on the top? In order to cut this, I'm going to take this and rip it. And there you go. See that? Now I'm going to take it again, like so, and I'm going to rip it. And you just keep doing that. 3, 4, 5, and you just keep ripping it. All right. So what you need to do now is do this to all your fabric strips. And if this seems kind of long to you, and you see when you have this, if you just leave it as is, it'll hang about this long. That's how long it is. If you want it shorter, you could shorten it to make it just this long. So it's either going to be this long, or if you cut it in half, it'll just be this long. It's all up to you. All right, so let's keep going. Next item you're gonna need is your jute cord. Now I use this and I bought it from the Dollar Tree. I've had it for a while now. I believe it comes with over 250 feet, so it has lasted me a long time. But you just need something because this is going to be the base of your garland. So you need something nice and strong. For this video, what I'm going to do is start pulling on the end, and then I'm going to bend it and make a loop, and then I'm going to go ahead and tie it. The reason why I like to do a loop is I usually will hang it on top of some kind of hook or something, or a push pin or something. So that's why I like to have that little hook. If you don't want it, you don't need it, you can leave it as is. Okay, so now I don't have to pull this all out, and now is where you get your fabric. If you want it longer, like that long, that's how it's going to look, okay? If you don't like it that long, you want it shorter, maybe half the size, then go ahead and half it. You play around with your fabric and you decide how long you want it. Now, sometimes the fabrics will have edges that are frayed. That's how I like them, so I'm leaving it. But if there are long, loose threads, I am definitely either going to pull it out, or if it doesn't pull out, I'm just going to cut it like that. Okay, so get rid of any loose threads, and let's begin. So here's all the fabrics cut up, and I no longer need my scissors. All right, so let's start the tying. Okay, I'm gonna start with this fabric first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it in half so that there's a loop right there. And then I'm going to take the fabric like this, below it. I'm going to take the two ends, and where there's a hole, okay, where there's a hole, I'm going to take it and put it right through, and then I'm going to just kind of pull. See that? And there you go, your first one. It doesn't matter if it doesn't line up perfectly, because for me this is more farmhouse style and I just like it as is. So the next fabric I'm going to use is, I think I'm gonna go with the blue, okay? So same thing again, put the cord right over here on top. You have your loop like such. See that? You have that loop. Now I'm going to take this and put it through the loop, and then I'm going to, and then I'm going to pull. See that? And I'm going to scooch over, and now you have 2 of them. See that? 2 of them. Okay, now I'm going to take my next fabric, this one. I'm going to take the twine over it. There's a hole right there. See that? That hole? And I'm going to take the ends and again, put it through, and then I'm going to pull. So see that? I've already got 3. And I'm just gonna keep doing that over and over and just kind of mix and match as I go. All right, so just enjoy. Again, I'm not measuring exactly. I'm just, you know, pulling it through because you see it's not perfect, but it's good enough for me. Plus, you know, I'm going for that farmhouse theme, so looks don't matter. I just kind of line it up, pull, and then kind of pull through, and then scooch over. I believe the tighter you go, like the more you push them together, the fuller it will get. So let's just keep going just so that you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, so what I like to do next is I look at the ends, and if there's any like little pieces of thread that's just full on stuck up like that, I just kind of trim it off. I'm not like going in one by one looking for it. I'm just looking for little bits that just kind of stick out a lot, like this, you know, just to make it look a lot more neat. So for instance, this one has like that right there. I'll just cut it off. On that one there. Let's see. Over here. And I think, you know, that's about it. All right, well, I know you guys want to see what it looks like, what the finished product looks like. So I'm not going to do the whole thing because I know that's going to be like a really long video. But you can see in that short time, I was able to make a garland that was about 3 feet long. And here it is. Your 4th of July strip fabric garland. So this is using total of 4 of those bandanas that measure, I think, like about 21 inches by 21 inches. It looks like this. Isn't it cute? Perfect for the 4th of July. Can you imagine on the wall behind me? Like, how cute is that for picture taking? Happy 4th of July. No, but how cute is that? So guys, as mentioned, I like mine long and hanging like this because I think it looks super cute. But you can make your strips shorter if you want. You can make them fuller by like shoving them closer together. It's just a super cute thing to have. And in fact, I've made one of these 2 years ago, I believe. And let me show you that one. Now this garland was one I did a few years ago, and it shows you what a garland looks like when you use shorter fabric strips. And this one is cute because not only did I use fabric,
but I used ribbon. You can see the many different ribbons and many different types of fabric. So this one was so super cute and really full on red, white, and blue. Like the navy stands out. This also has a farmhouse feel to it, which I just love. This next garland is one I believe I did last year. And as you can see, it has the long strips of fabric. And this time I kind of shoved the ribbon closer together so that it would have a more fuller effect. Also, if you notice, I didn't use a pattern for this. I just grabbed and went in. I just love the randomness of how it looks. I just feel like it's so cute. And here's a look at today's garland. This one's not as full. It's just a lot more simple and it has just more of a relaxed, casual feel, which I really think is super cute. All garlands that I've done are all different because you never know what it's gonna turn out like. And there's no right or wrong. It's whatever you feel like. That's fine. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed watching my video and see how I make my fabric strip garlands. I hope you like it. I hope you share it with your friends. And if you haven't done so already, I hope you subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching and have a great day, guys.